Oh shit. Here we go again.
Oh yeah.
Seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please?
The show starts
right here, right
This
now.
is a message to all the haters out there. If you don't like what I do, but you watch everything I'm doing, you're still a fan.
Everybody move to the back of the bus. Still you wanna bump and slump with us. We the type of people make the club get full. Push that bus. Everybody move to the back of the bus. Still you wanna bump and slump with us. We the type of people make the club get full.
Many a day has passed, the night has gone by, but still I find the time to put that bomb off in your eye. Total chaos for these playoffs. Thought we was ass, they were taking another route to represent the Dungeon family like grade A. Me and my nigga decided to take the back way. We stabbing every city, then we headed to that back cave. ATL, Georgia, what do we do? Fall ya, bulldog and hoes like them Georgetown.
What's going on, everybody? This is your main man, Ox Smooth Baron, and you're tuned in to Hog HQ. Woo! Pig Sue! Wee! Go Hogs!
Yes, sir. One more week. Hey, shout out to you, Adam, for the Halloween mashup. I like how you did that, sir. I didn't know what was coming. I'm glad you was able to present that. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
You do what you can, huh?
Sometimes.
Shannon, thank you for tapping in early, checking us out on the YouTube. Nicholas as well. Thank you guys for being subscribed. That's how you guys knew that we were on right now. So thank you guys for subscribing to the YouTube, hitting the button, hitting the bell to get notified when we go live. Thank you for that. The Game Time Podcast. Hello. This is Isaiah. This is not Decot. This is Isaiah. He did it earlier this week. Yeah. Showing love. Once again, that's the Game Time Podcast. You can check those guys out on YouTube, and they started a Facebook page as well. Talk a lot of sports in the Midwest, Indiana particularly. So good to go. Nicholas, more media attention and money. Gotcha. You know what time it is. Justin, hey, during the game, Justin was hitting me in Messenger. We was going back and forth about the game. He got some little sayings he gonna say this week, but y'all know how we do. Let me get straight into it. You see the hashtag on the screen. Tell a friend and tell a friend. We are back again with another great episode of Hog HQ Live, brought to you by the Hog Talk Podcast. And as always, let me go ahead and introduce the guys real quick. This gentleman right here, this is Mr. Hart. And this gentleman here, this is Adam. Did he just freeze?
No.
Damn, he did freeze on my screen. All right, and I'm DP. Either way it go. Look, we back in this thing. We're back to discuss another one. Ty, let the mayhem begin. Absolutely. Ty, stay tuned, Ty. I don't want you to leave because I got something for you. Maybe you can relay a message to somebody. Ravens didn't lose this weekend.
No, but we did.
Got you. If the Bengals can trade for a QB in that conference, we should trade for Kiffin. I like it. It just don't work that way in college. Yeah. I definitely like it. Look, we're going to get into all the good shenanigans. We're going to recap the game. The three of us, we also have our coaching candidates, guys that we think these are not projections, but these are guys that we individually feel that will be a great fit, or some guys that we want to see on the sidelines at Arkansas. So stay tuned for that. If you have a list, make sure to have that list compiled so you can drop that name down in the comments. But before we get into all of that, I'm going to let it fly, as you should, sir, because you have some good ones. Before we get into all that good old news, let's run this ad real quick from FanDuel. Let's get it.
Fall Saturdays, college football, fall Sundays, NFL. And with FanDuel, you can bet both like a pro. Whether you're stacking a same-game parlay on Arkansas or sweating a last-minute field goal in the NFL, FanDuel puts the power in your hands with live odds, quick bets, and easy cash outs. New customers even score bonus bets just for signing up. So if you bleed Cardinal red and ride with your favorite NFL squad, make every down count. FanDuel. Make every moment more.
Yes, sir. Putting the final touches on my little list. The list is growing as I keep typing. So once again, you'll be interested to figure out who I got on my list. D-Cop, what up? We up in here. Yeah, you and Isaiah in this thing. Once again, it's Game Time Podcast. Check them guys out. Rex Ryan, Nicholas, you saying Rex Ryan? How old? Well, I can't say how old because if Nick Saban was the option, I would say him. So it doesn't matter. I think everybody's on the table at this particular point. But, of course, you know, Mr. Pull the shirt up. Can we see the shirt, sir? Can we see your shirt real quick while you type? Mr. Petty AF. Yeah, he put some stipulations on. Well, he can't be this guy or that guy. So me and Hart had to come up and figure out some different strategies and who we want to have. Either way it go, I think it'd be a good segment to discuss some coaching potentials. So we'll get straight into that. All right. Come check out Game Time Pockets. Hey, look at that. Shout out. Both the guys jumped on. Adam whooped that up real quick for you guys. Hold on. Justin, what you got? All
right, here we go.
Go ahead. That damn FanDuel defense hours. Yeah.
Hey, you notice, it was spread of 7.5, and then Arkansas scored that last touchdown to
Vegas made the call.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, at some point you got to understand that's part of the game. Like I said, narratives, headlines, and Vegas, because they got to get their money. The house got to get their money. Y'all know how it go. No doubt, Kat. So check this out. We're gonna get straight into it. But before we get into all that, we got to jump into some of this SEC roundup. Talk about some scores. All right, boom. So SEC scores for Week 8. Texas A&M, Arkansas. You already know what it is. 45-42, hard-fought game. I can honestly say the offense and defense did come out and fight. There was a time in the game where I'm sure you guys were like, "Oh, wait a minute, Taylor Green's hurt, and we already losing." Yeah, it's over with. It's over with. Like even just to hit me in the DM, like, and I'm sick of this team. I'm over it. And all of a sudden, we seen Jackson come in the game, the lefty, and then all of a sudden we seen Taylor Green warm back up on the sideline. So once again, it shows he has a lot of fight in him. The young guy is tough. I wouldn't say tough as nails, but he is tough. So he was able to come back in and get the guys going. Once again, Bob Petrino's offense did what it was supposed to do in that regard. Defense even showed up, made an appearance, got a couple stops. So that was interesting to see how it played out. Good evening, Adam, DP, and Matt. Who would you like to see as the head coach for the Hogs? We definitely going to get into that. So stay tuned for that interesting conversation. If you have your list, please make sure that you have your list together. You can drop some names. We'll get to all those people. Ole Miss and UGA. UGA is not dominant in anything at this particular point. No phase of the game, offense, defense, special teams. They just seem to get it done. The quarterback, he's not special. He doesn't even remind me of Stetson Bennett, but he has that type of. He's a gutsy type of guy. you can almost put him down for a rushing touchdown down there every week. He's a team leading rusher. I've never seen Georgia have a leading rusher be their quarterback. And I'm be honest with you, especially, well, they only recruit the other type of guys. But either way it go, I digress.
What do you mean other type?
Huh?
What do you mean other type?
Dual threat.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's what we're going with.
That's it. So yeah, either way it go. As their quarterback goes, the team goes. They find a way to get it done. Lane Kiffin definitely had his thing going, but couldn't get it done. The ghost of Sam Pittman arrived on the first 2 drives, no doubt about it. Sam Pittman hasn't said a word. I even heard James Franklin say he can't wait to get back into coaching. Sam Pittman must be on the lake with a cold beer. I need to know if the Texas A&M running back was able to handle the full load on set. Hey, my boy Porter. yeah, Porter in this thing. Look, I was watching. I said, wait a minute. Can he handle the full? I said, oh, yeah, I got to get Adam on this one. Ty said Kiffin even made fun of Kirby on his timeout call. He said it was clapping. He did say that. Rich Nolan said, Bobby, gotcha. Back into these scores. Tennessee and Alabama. Cott, I know you was excited. I know you talked about this on your podcast last week. Alabama found a way to get it done. Tennessee kind of got exposed against Arkansas, to be honest with you.
Did the Alabama coach wear black again?
Did he? I don't know.
I didn't pay attention.
He's been undefeated when he's worn black, and that was the whole thing.
That's what we're doing. I was gonna blame.
I don't know. It didn't work for Bobby though.
Yeah, no. I was gonna blame us losing on the uniforms we had on. Go ahead, Hart.
Oh, I was just commenting on that. On the black, wearing the black. But
Yeah. Sam put his mansion up for sale. Yep. Guess he's planning to leave Arkansas.
He still has his
Hot
Springs, Lake Hamilton house. I mean, why would you stay in Fayetteville when you just got fired?
Yeah. Cody Kennedy was up here this weekend to see him, to visit him. Insider news. D-Cod, only thing he's wearing at this point. Gotcha. Because they're winning. Understood. He did wear black. Got it. So yeah, Bama did their thing. Like I said, made it happen. Once again, Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson may be a Heisman dark horse. It's very possible. He may be that guy. Adam, I don't know why you slow blinking like that.
Well, you know how we are about throwing around dark horse Heisman candidate conversations.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, speaking of dark horse Heisman, Diego. Once again, Dora the Explorer and Diego Pavia at Vanderbilt getting it done. Clark Lee got to be the coach of the year once again. He beat Alabama the other year. He beat LSU. He is definitely slaying Goliath and making it happen every single way. LSU has not looked like much of anything ever since Buddy got over there, to be honest with you.
Mm-mm. Well, preseason, it was Nussmeier was, everybody's calling him the #1 quarterback in the SEC.
Well, you know and I know when it comes to transition from college to NFL, they always gonna prop one of them dudes up there. And I mean one of them dudes, I meant one of them dudes. The best quarterback is not gonna be propped up there because they didn't want Cam Ward to be the quarterback last year, but it was what it was. Just because he's 6'5", I know you guys think about Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. It's over with. You got Fernandez and Martinez and Pavio and Jones. These are the quarterbacks that's going to first round.
You think so?
Those are the guys that's going first round. Moving on. OU do what they do. They do what they do. Texas beat OU the other week. OU bounces back, gets a victory. South Carolina has fallen into shit.
Mm-hmm. They almost went back to USC Junior on this today.
Damn. Yeah, that's bad when you call it USC Junior again.
But I saw a stat yesterday or last night, and it was Oklahoma has not scored more than 2 offensive touchdowns against SEC teams this year.
Damn.
So, yes, they're, ranked 14th, they're winning whatever, but they thought that they were going to come into the SEC and have their way with offenses like they have, or with defenses like they have in the past. And it's, of course, you also let Lincoln Riley for Brett Venables. So your whole scheme of things changes.
Wait. I'm going to put a star by your comment, ma'am. I'm going to get to you. Missouri and Auburn. Last night we was texting. You told me the game was going to overtime. I didn't even watch it. I just knew on the hard pick, I might pick Missouri, so it doesn't matter to me. I just knew they was going to win it. Auburn is snake bitten at this point. I'll be honest with you. Kirby Smart cheated and beat them last week. But it seems like one is turning into two, and it may turn to three. So I think this may be the game that Arkansas actually puts it all together against Auburn, and it'll be the job that actually get Buddy fired at this point. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But Mizzou is still on the roll. Mr. Stinky Pants, drink water, drink pants, or whatever you call them. Yeah, Revenge of the Nerds extra. He's getting it done in Missouri somehow every year. He's getting it done since he's been there. Texas is trash. Arch Manning is not in the Heisman conversation. Ty, I said something was wrong with his arm earlier in the season. It still may be. It seemed like they gave him a shot or something to make it work, but it's still not impressive. It's not who we thought he would be. I think we just gave him too much credit because of his last name, and he has not proved on the field, and that's what really matters. Kentucky. How long has the coach been over there? Over 10 years?
I think so.
Like 7-ish.
Yeah. It's time for him to get fired too.
Aren't they wanting him to have like a lifetime contract at one point?
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
Like 2 years ago or 3.
Yeah, when nobody else, when they were winning some games that wasn't supposed to win, and all of a sudden they figure like
he's been there. Oh damn, he's been there since 2013. This is his 12th year.
That's what I'm saying. He's been over 10 years, and you've been what we consider. So you make a bowl game every year, right? You compete for a bowl game, but you're not even contention for the SEC. So
69 and 77 overall.
Yeah, it's time to make a change. So look out for that coaching hire to open up as well. Mississippi State and Florida. Florida gets it done miraculously by 2 points, and Mississippi State is a good team.
And still fired their coach.
And still fired the damn coach. They was hoping they would lose to have a.
Well, and I saw a thing. I guess it was Dan Mullen that he was fired after they won like 55-10.
Right, and they've been regretting it ever since.
I'm telling you, watch out for Florida to circle the block with Dan Mullen.
Oh, please believe it. And we'll get into all that conversation as well. But just based upon this as we move forward, you can pull it back up for real quick.
Oh my God.
Based upon this real quick, I'm looking at right now Kentucky. Florida has already made the move. I'm looking at Auburn. I don't think LSU is going to do it just yet, but LSU has the most prestige to just make their move, and nobody will even question it, to be honest with you.
Well, and you got to think, too, that there's some rumblings that Virginia Tech will go after Shane Beamer.
Yeah.
Just for the connection with, the Frank Beamer effect, if you will.
It almost seems like in Guys from the Game Time podcast, y'all can tap in, but it almost seems like at some point the SEC is looking like, hey, the Big 10, the Big 12, these guys are really making noise nationally, consistently. I don't even know if the SEC I don't know if it's top heavy anymore. It may be top heavy. I don't know if it's great across the board. I feel like we kept adding people and then it got worse. So I don't really know because Texas and OU haven't been what we thought they would be coming from the Big 12.
You say that, but Texas has been, in the national championship.
And they lost.
Yeah, they lost.
SEC school would have won it.
Right. So yeah, that wraps up the SEC scores for Week 8. It'll be interesting to see what these next couple of weeks look like in regards to universities keeping their coaches on the sideline or going with some changes. Other than that, we definitely got some things to get into. Porter said, the board said once, you go black, you never go back. Porter, why come you? Porter, I love this side of you. I really do. All right, these got very accurate quarterback, can run the ball still. Talking about Bama. Miss Teresa, that's what I was trying to get to. Good evening, guys. I'm still waiting for my interview for the head coaching position. Well, you know what? I would definitely hire you, but somewhere in the universe, executive orders have been signed. We'll move on. All right, but go Chiefs. Go Chiefs. It was a good rivalry game today. Y'all put it on Vegas. It was what it was. Ryan.
I'll be there in a couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So I got a question. Other football programs have a number of different uniforms. I feel like if players have swag, they feel better, which leads to they play better. Yeah, what he said. What do you guys think? Ryan, we talked about this at the beginning of the season and the different type of fans we have in Arkansas. Adam, go ahead with it.
Here's the thing. All the folks that have a problem with, oh, that's not our colors, that's not this, that's not that. Players don't give a shit. The players want to look good. If you notice, and we've brought this up numerous times, when you see these players come in for their visits and they're taking their pictures in uniforms, they get to do their own uniform combinations. They're going white, red, white. They're going all white. They're mixing it up or whatever. I don't think it matters. They could wear pink. I mean, we saw the basketball team a couple of years ago wear pink jerseys for cancer awareness.
Mm-hmm.
And they won that game. This whole idea that because we wear an alternate uniform, whether it's anthracite, whether it's all reds, whether it's all whites, we always pull out what the records are in those uniforms, and it's a losing record, or it's this, or it's that. Would it be any different if we were wearing our normal combination?
Right.
Like over
Red
the
top, white pants. Yeah.
I mean, just think about since we started wearing like the all white when we brought in the white helmet. So that was during Brett Bielema, during that area. Do we honestly think that we would have been that much better if we hadn't have worn all white against Texas A&M or against whoever else, or when we wore the Dallas Cowboys knockoffs, one of those years in Jerry World? It doesn't matter.
2014.
They could wear whatever. The only people that get butthurt about it are the overly traditional folks that don't like change. And to those folks that say that's not our colors, we're Razorback red, blah, 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 I would like you to go through over the years and see how much Razorback red has changed.
Yeah.
Because even last night, looking at the all red and looking at all the videos and the pictures, whatnot, put out of Darren McFadden for his stuff yesterday, him being honored. That was a darker Razorback red on that number 5 jersey from 2005 to 2007 than what we saw last night. The number has always, or the color has always changed depending on who our provider is for uniforms, whether it's been Adidas, Reebok, Nike, whoever. It's always been slightly different.
Like at one point when JJ Bettis was here, did we wear Apex at one point?
Yes.
The Apex with the big Razorbacks up on the
shoulders.
Yeah. And honestly, hell, bring those back just for shits and giggles. But I'm a proponent. I liked the anthracite uniforms.
I did too. That was Tyler Wilson time.
Mm-hmm.
I like
2012
the all white occasionally. Honestly, I like the look that we've worn that we have lost in, but when the white helmet, red jersey, white pants.
Even the chrome helmets.
Honestly, the chrome helmet that we wore, I think it was the last time in the Liberty Bowl with Alex Collins.
Yeah.
Like that was one of the best looking helmets that we've ever had. If the players want it, they should be the ones that decide. I know everybody hates Oregon and their 100 different uniform combinations. Like they just dropped their look for this coming week, and it's like a Grateful Dead.
No.
It's a Grateful Dead, but it's got the Grateful Dead logo, but it's got like the shape of a duck. But they've got tie-dye, green, and yellow. Porter said it looked like a Mountain Dew Surge mashup, something going on, but it's one of those things that looks cool. The players love it. And guess what? Since they started doing all that stuff, and since Nike started footing the bill for everything, they've been in the top 10, top 5.
Yeah, I think most fans, traditional, that has been my TED talk. So I think traditional fans are not. I think if Arkansas is winning, you don't really give a damn what the uniform is, right? If your grandchild wanted the jersey, you would buy it. So it didn't really matter. Like I said, at the end of the day, we want them to win, be successful. It is what it is. So definitely, Ryan, that was a great question. Hold on one more time. Does LSU fire Brian Kelly soon? Yeah. So I think so. I definitely think they so.
I think if they lose to Bama and then lose to us following that, I mean, that's a big if. But their offense has been lacking, and we've been scoring against somewhat good defenses. So there's out of the realm possibility.
I think the only person they got, well, I'm not gonna say the other person. Weeks is one of those guys. I think Perkins still on the team. Matter of
So
fact,
I think he's a senior.
yeah, he wrecked us. That he was a true
His
freshman.
freshman year.
Yeah, I was just like, damn, like who is dude? It was like he's a true freshman. I was like, once again, we making somebody combine tape to get them drafted. That's what we do. Auburn and State bit top 10 defense, but can't get right. Yeah, I think they're gonna make. I think Auburn, whoever Auburn ends up hiring once they let go of Hugh Freeze, I think that's probably gonna be one of the best hires. Gonna be best fits. I don't know who it could be, but Cott, great question. Does Lane go to Florida? Oh Lord.
This was for the Eli comment.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Anyway.
Nicholas asked a question to Hart. What do you think of Lovie Smith running the defense? I think it will be a perfect defense coordinator hire for us.
Well, almost anything's better than what we've been having, but it takes the Jimmy and Joes too. Lovey's a good got a great defensive background, so I'd take him.
Yeah, where is Reggie Harris? So they make them do sweat jerseys. He was a dog. I loved him. I really did. I hated it didn't work out that he stayed, but him and Randy Shannon was two people who I felt like should have stayed here longer.
Randy Shannon, definitely.
No, I'm just like that whole ego situation. You allow him to be the defense coordinator. Got fired. I forgot who it was.
Chris Ash.
Right. So then you just let Randy Shannon be on your staff and just be the linebackers coach. I'm like, that was your time to promote him to defensive coordinator. Allow him to keep recruiting out of the state of Florida, South Florida at that, and get defensive help on that side. All that speed. But I digress. Shell, do you think if Bobby gets the head coaching job, he will go find another quarterback? And KJ was gonna have to.
Well, I mean, KJ, I think would stay, but right. you lost your 2026 that you had committed when Bobby first got here, that decommitted earlier this season.
He decommitted
after he didn't make. This is what I do question: is he ended up not being his team starter in high school, and then was transferring, and then decommitted from Arkansas, and I'm just kind of wondering. So we had a guy committed that didn't even end up being the starter at his school. You missed out on Kane Archer.
I'm getting there, sir. Boy, you're smart. You already know.
I was just teeing you up. Well, what about Lindsey winning at Minnesota?
Lindsey Baller.
You can blame Dan Enos for that.
Who never
Dan Enos, when your offensive coordinator is recruiting quarterbacks and sliding into mother's DMs, you got problems.
They kept talking about Arkansas during that game, the Nebraska-Minnesota game.
Was that a Singletary?
No.
Singleton?
Dan Enos slid into Lindsey's mom's DMs. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know. It's a dude on the internet, and I wish I remember his name right now. Who do the smash?
Oh yeah.
Is
it like NFL quarterback wives,
coaches'
wives?
Yeah. He is hilarious. Real quick, my question to you is, okay, never mind. I figured it out on my own. Because I got a plan. I
I feel like you're up to something. I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, but it's a great thing.
Get the buttons ready.
All right. Oh, it's gonna get real good. All right, boom. Michelle, hold on to that thought process. I got something that can go with that a little bit later. Or even find another coach. Once again, stay tuned for that. Got something for that. Shannon, when the team is winning, the fans don't care what they wear. Yep, winning cures most things. No doubt about it. Justin, Tennessee has them down smoke gray and charcoal. Yeah, them jerseys cold. Their Halloween uniforms. They did the orange. I mean, it looked good, man. Like I said, it's just different strokes for different folks. Be like Travis Kelce. If it looks good, he plays good. Gotcha. Just know that Travis Kelce got his hair cut from Adam. We'll leave it at that and keep moving.
Travis Kelce went from bald fades to whatever he's got going on right now. Travis Kelce went from the cookout to candlelight dinners and walks on the beach
and cucumber sandwiches. All right, Miss Teresa, we know
we all jungle juice to sparkling water.
Hell no. So,
To raisins in his potato salad.
gotcha. The program help was our fried, no doubt about it. One more from Porter. Crazy as it sounds, it's not the jersey as much as it is accessories. Look at the mouthpieces. I remember Alex Collins had the hell of mouthpiece one time. They never wear, and it's always hanging from the face mask with the brand in bold letters. Yeah.
So there was a story that was done on that, and there's a mouthguard company because of these NIL deals and stuff now that are making a bunch of money by getting all these players, because you notice like they've all got one in and then one hanging,
like a double one. Yeah.
and then it started doing this thing that some of the players started wearing mouthpieces the color of the opposing team, and then it was just all this. So this mouthguard company, they see all the Supreme stuff, they see all the Nike stuff, they see all the armbands of this, that, and the other. So then a mouthguard company swooped in and they started doing all this stuff. I mean, it's just one thing after another.
Yeah.
So mouth guards aren't something that's regulated like the socks and the sleeves and whatnot. So
everything is ghetto until you can make money off of it. But I digress. Justin says Oregon has 50-11 combinations and they don't bitch and moan. I like the Bobby P era uniforms. Yeah.
So here's my gripe with last night's uniforms, because some of y'all know that this is what I do. Like I dissect these uniforms. When I watch games, I think of, so last night's was well done for the TV aesthetic, all white versus all red.
Gotcha.
Here's my issue with the Arkansas's all red is the damn white stripes. Make them solid red.
Yeah.
And then that would have been okay. I get you're going reverse from your home or your normal pants, but make it all red. But the Bobby Petrino era, Tyler Wilson era, not the ones with the gradient numbers, but I didn't like those. But like the white pants that just said Arkansas down the side, and had one hog on the hip. Great, roll with those. But that, I mean, it's one of those things. I'm tired of these McFadden era uniforms. We look too much like OU, especially with the stripes. So they need a revamp.
Gotcha. They need somebody with some sauce, with some swag.
I'm available, Nike. If
okay. Okay, gotcha. Real quick, you do got the we're 32 minutes in. You do got our ad. Go ahead and roll our ad real quick. Y'all stay locked in. We'll get these comments and some more talk about these coaches. Let's do it.
Hang on.
See how I led you into it and your ass wasn't ready?
Well, because I was going to go take the comment off the screen.
While you're talking about it, you could just roll the damn clip.
Or I could sit here and argue with a little bit more while I eat up more time.
Now that we got that out the way, thank you, sir. All right, let me get to Nicholas' comment real quick, and then we'll talk about this whole potential coaching situation, and then dive into the game. So Nicholas said, exclude the email controversy. Give me a reason why Gruden should not be at the top of our list. Maybe because he hasn't been a head coach in college football. Maybe because he hasn't held a coordinator position. Yeah, he's done none of that at the college level, so it's a whole experiment for me. I moved past the email controversy situation. I know Adam had brought up at one point like people would bitch about it, but I'm like, I moved on from there. I'm trying to look at the best candidate for the job. Go ahead, Hart. What you about to say?
I mean, I think he would bring the best staff, but I think he's just clickbait. He's opening all these boxes to get fans of those teams, the schools to like him, I think. If he wanted to coach in college, especially the SEC, he's a huge Tennessee fan. They've been open multiple times. They've tried to go after him. If he wanted to be a coach, he would have already been a coach. That's what I think.
Gotcha.
This is what I think about that right here. Hang on right quick.
Hold on.
Yeah, we're seeing what Bill Belichick's doing at North Carolina. Why do we think that
Mhm.
John Gruden's going to be any better?
Yeah, I mean, and let's be real. They say he is the GOAT as far as NFL is concerned.
Is he without Tom Brady though?
I was just gonna say when Tom Brady won, Tampa Bay still won. So
I mean, John Gruden is clickbait. It gets you views. It's one I just don't see it. Yeah, he could probably navigate NIL and stuff just from coming from that NFL stuff. But I think that it's different having professional players who already have the vast understanding of what it takes to get to that level versus college students, college athletes that still have their dads, trying to get NIL deals for them and coming to social media and calling out people for talking bad about their kids.
Speaking of kids, I talked about LSU defense, and Porter brought up Weeks about he said Weeks hasn't been the same since Kiffin's daughter got involved. Yeah, they said that she had poison that he was throwing up on the field, and that's why they lost. Ain't no telling. Now, why would you come out and say that you're dating a player from the opposing team that your dad is about to play the week of? It was something.
Don't try to out troll Lane Kiffin.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah.
He had the perfect comeback. Take the over.
Yeah, take over. Yeah, he said after the game, we're going to see this. We about to get to this coach conversation, but before we get into that, is a question pertaining to that. Adam, NFL hire or college hire, pros and cons, and then you can go ahead and start your list after that conversation and me and her to go.
I think in that aspect, if you're going to go NFL hire, I think you go after a coordinator in the NFL, defensive or offensive coordinator. Reason being is, a lot of the coordinator positions in the NFL, those or all of them, those salaries aren't disclosed. We can usually guess 1.5, $2.5 million. So, an SEC job is going to pay more. It's one of those things. It'll be hard to pry away a lot of NFL coaches that haven't been recently fired, that don't currently have a job. I think it's rare that you're going to see a sitting NFL coach not in hot water take a college job. So one that's retired, one that's been out of the league for the few years. I think your best bet in that sense is to go after an offensive or defensive coordinator. Like I know Jesse Minter's name has been thrown out there several times. He's currently, I think, the Chargers defensive coordinator. He was at Michigan. I think that's him. Or is that Jesse Minter? I don't know. Anyway, but I think if you're going to go pro route, you go coordinator. Otherwise, so we'll get into this conversation.
Matt Rule did well.
I was thinking Cliff Kingsbury.
Carolina.
Set the parameters when we go into the coaching stuff.
He did all right. But go ahead and get to your list. We ain't got to dig into that.
Hires for Arkansas. Do we want to start with our wish list?
Okay. Since you want to put the parameters on me and Hart. So you got to describe to the people what we're talking about.
Okay, so we've already seen it in the comments from, I believe, Nicholas, without looking back. This is one coach that you want to come coach Arkansas, not named Nick Saban and not named John Gruden. Deal?
That's a deal.
I'm going to go with mine, and a lot of folks are going to hate it because we don't like Ole Miss. But I'm going with Lane Kiffin. If I had my choice right now in college football, I'm going Lane Kiffin. And some of that is, yes, I like his antics on social media. He's petty. He likes to troll. But at the same time, we're starting to see him, and you can tell a lot of it in his interviews and then the product that we see on the field. He's starting to take a lot of stuff that he learned from Nick Saban when he was at Alabama, and he's starting to put that practice in place with how he operates, how he coaches his coaches, how they coach their players. Yes, they lost yesterday, but at the same time, they were one win away from being in the college football playoff last season. There was still an argument to be made for them trying to get into the playoff with the 9 wins. It's something he's a winner. And so I think he understands NIL. He understands the transfer portal better than anybody in college football, in my opinion. So he is one that in the landscape of college football, I would go with Lane Kiffin.
Gotcha. All right. So my choice. Wish list. All right. If I can get somebody, let me go ahead and get Cliff. Let me get Cliff Kingsbury. Bring him back to college football. So the reason why I say that is he's currently with the Washington Commanders and calling the plays as the quarterback coach with Jaden Daniels. Now, with that being said, the same style of play that we already seen under Pittman, now currently under Petrino, we keep that same style. You also go back, he comes from Texas Tech when he did his thing and put up numbers. You still had that connection to Texas in that regard. So that's the recruiting part of it. The other side of it is with him transitioning, he was at Arizona with the Cardinals, and he was now in Washington. He understands what it is to navigate and revamp a whole system. Because at this point, whoever Arkansas gets, you got to revamp the whole damn program. Forget just being the coach and changing the office. Like, I'm talking about the light show in the stadium. I'm talking about the college game day experience. I'm talking about the fucking music. If I hear Boots with the Fur one more fucking time, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Not to cut you off too, also, stop playing EDM techno music remixes of everything in that stadium also.
DJ Derek, I'm going to have to holler at you and get you. Maybe you under contract with the SEC and you got a playlist that you got to play. But I'm just looking like, when I look at South Carolina, when I look at LSU, when I look at Bama, I'm just at UGA especially. Whatever is on these teenagers' playlists now is coming out these speakers at these stadiums. So when you get young guys at 17, 18 who come here for a visit, they're looking like, I got that in my AirPods. It's rocking in here. I'm loving the vibe. I'm like, at one point in time when I went to UGA game and they played Arkansas, it felt like they had subwoofers under the fucking seat. It was just a party. And it don't seem like Arkansas is even there yet. So the whole atmosphere of college football needs to change. The game day experience needs to change. I need somebody that can do that. I think Cliff can navigate between college, understand NIL, and navigate them to get to the next level with NFL. So wish list would be Cliff.
Also, Swag Surfing came out in 2009. Can we stop playing that?
Not every week. I mean, it's a song, but you know.
I mean, but playing it multiple times a game to like get people hype. I don't know.
I mean, you still play Stone Cold Steve Austin's song for third down.
Hey.
We're talking about when did that come out?
6, 7.
But
all right, go ahead, Hart. Who you got? Wish list.
I'm sitting here. Several names are going through my head, and I'm wanting to change at the end, but I'm going to go with a hot name right now that most people know about, and that's Signetti. I like his attitude. I like what he's getting out of his players. They score points. They play good defense. I think I think he could ride a ship, basically, and stabilize the program.
Now, keep in mind, everyone, we understand all the reasons why these people may not ever come. Once again, that's why it's a wish list, okay? We'll get into some actual possibilities. But if we could do it and everything was right and everything lined up, stars lined up, those are the guys individually we will take. Since we on you, go ahead and run it back. What's your list look like? Me and you having a conversation because we know once he gets involved, he try to put parameters on what we want to do.
No, you're 2 to 3 on what you think will happen. That's all, y'all.
All right, bet. Let's do it. Go ahead, Hart. What you got?
Oh shit. All right. So 2 to 3, I think will happen. Shit.
You ain't gotta go. I can go if you ain't ready.
Yeah, you go. Let me think.
Wait, hold on. You sent that text today at noon.
I did.
So
Hey,
we've
man.
had over 8 hours.
Look, I even called a man this morning.
Well, it's changed. It was 3, now it's 2. I'm like, all right, well, what 2 do I want to name?
I already
Do
know how
2
this
and an
goes.
honorable mention.
Right. No. I'm
I
gonna go.
already planned on having a 4.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm gonna buy him some time. I'm buying him time. Okay, so boom. Winner, show that he can build. University that's not major on the map. I love how his players fight for him. Give me Matt Campbell, Iowa State. I like it,
Should have had him before Pittman.
but I digress, right? So we're here now. So at this point, the same way I seen LSU go after Doodoo Head at Notre Dame and hire him away, this is what I want Arkansas to do. Let your nuts hang. Drop the duffel bags. Go get a coach that's already at a university who is not on the hot seat. He is at a program where he's winning, he's thriving. Players are going to the NFL. He regroups, refuels, put players in place, and they continue to be winning. Just go buy him out of his contract. Go ahead and be that university. So Matt Campbell is my guy, and that's probably the highest one on my list. My next guy. If you like John Gruden, but all of a sudden you feel like he's just clickbait, go ahead and give me Coach Prime. Yeah, give me Coach Prime. Coach Prime interviewed with Hunter Yurachek before. Matter of fact, he said that was the best interview of all the candidates that he had. The only knock he had on him was he didn't have any previous head coaching experience. You turn around and not only hired a guy with no head coaching experience, he wasn't even a coordinator. You hired an offensive line coach to be your head coach. Now, I just think about the what if factor. What if Shador had came? What if the number one player in the country, Travis Hunter, came? It was at Arkansas because Coach Prime ended up getting hired instead of Sam Pittman. All these things could have happened, but it didn't. We're here now. I understand Colorado was not top 5 in the country. I understand they're not the top 3 teams in their conference. I get it. What I'm saying is I also understand his health issues, but I also feel like this is a place where he can thrive because at some point, besides the health situation, him being in the SEC, that's a whole different ball game. And as far as the players he can recruit coming out of the state of Florida, I'm all for it, as well as Texas. So that will be my other guy. My last guy. Nobody's talking about it, but I'm talking about it. The same way y'all asked me years ago if you could hire anybody, who would it be? And I told you after Chad Morris, it would be Sam Pittman because we needed somebody who wanted to be here, and Sam Pittman was that guy. This is the guy that nobody's talking about. This is an opportunity for you to go Google somebody. Anybody heard of Eric Morris? North Texas. Don't worry about it. I got the answers for you. So this is the same guy who went and recruited Cam Ward. Yeah, he went and got Cam Ward from Incarnate Word. You didn't even know that was a real school. Got him from Incarnate Word. Took him to Washington State. He also went and got John Mateer. Who was that? That's now the quarterback that's at OU, right? He currently has another quarterback at North Texas. If you look at North Texas right now, look at their offensive prowess and the numbers. This is a guy who can develop a quarterback for you, and we've seen him get a number 1 draft pick. It's like you talk about Adam in baseball. Van Horn has a top 5 recruiting class every year. We don't have a top 5 recruit in baseball. Can we get a number 1 pick and go get somebody who can go get a real quarterback? Has ties to Texas. His salary won't require you to do $10 million plus, right? You can really have time to buy time and do the 7, 8 million, well, 7 million, 6, 7 million, and you don't have to pay out the butt to just get somebody. And I think that's somebody that could be a long-term possibility for us. So those are my options. Matt Campbell, certified winner, go get him. Coach Prime, if you want clicks, you want attention, you want the recruits, you want uniforms, Coach Prime. Then you got Eric Morris from North Texas. Those are my guys.
All right.
Thank you, Adam. Yeah, you
So mine, I guess, will be, I guess first one, I mean, not in any order, but I think Franklin would be a good one, James Franklin. I think he'd be a good one to come and help stabilize things. I will say these 2 coaches I'm naming, Franklin and the next one, are going to be roughly $10 million plus type coaches if they're really wanting, if the school really wants them. The other one I would say is Rhett Lashley. I would like him just for the connections, and I know the boosters that would buy in with him and his connections with him. And then I'll do the extra one. It's going to have a caveat with it as well. It'll be John Sumrall, but I want to pick his offensive defense coordinator, and that would be Bobby Petrino be his offensive coordinator, and Coach O, Ed Orgeron, be his defensive coordinator. As he said, he is interested in getting back into coaching.
So you on NCAA 26 on coach mode. Gotcha. All right, on Dynasty. You just building some shit. Ty, I see you trying to be funny. It's not gonna happen, sir. I like what you did there. Because I know I got all the answers right here. Every dang game, one score loss. Defense is the vice. Yeah, this is the thing. Different coach, same result. Same players on the field. All right,
it's one thing about that. The one score games we've been having, you know what that usually means? We were down by 2 scores before the end of the game. So, I mean, we scored a touchdown before the close of the game just to make it a 1-score game. That's the way a lot of them end up being. And so we try to act like we were just there, but we needed a whole nother drive and a stop to get that.
Oh, Porter Hayes, you hell. Oh, man. Oh, I love it. Porter. We got to see more this side of you. I swear, PH.
Some heck is wild
tonight, my boy. All right, Adam, it's your turn. Who you got?
Oh, who do I have?
Oh,
I forgot my list. Oh, all right. So let me scroll back up here.
While you do that, Ty, who's watching us on YouTube? All right. Seems like you're new here, but thank you for checking us out. Hope you subscribe to YouTube. Coming from an A&M fan, Taylor Green is a baller. He has improved his draft stock tremendously this year. Arkansas will surprise a few teams this year.
Well, there's only 5 teams left, so hopefully. The thing I'll say, my frustration yesterday with Taylor was like the 4th and 1. You had Rohan Jones open, and then another one was the Taylor Green of 2024 showed up with the 20-yard loss when he's running backwards. So there's still some, and there's times when he's doing the option read that it's like he doesn't fall off, or he should have kept it and taken it and run. Like I still feel like he's still a half second too late on option reads. But anyway,
all right,
I can start whenever.
Go ahead.
So in no particular order, and some of these names, actually 2 of my 3 have been thrown out there in the talk, but I'm assuming that Arkansas is not going to go pay for a Rhett Lashley, just that we know that it's going to be, upwards of $10 million to get him. So I'm looking at John Summerall of Tulane. I think he's ready for a bigger job. He makes $3 million a year, I think it is. He's due. Now, with that, though, I think that you're going to be in a fight for somebody like him, especially with Florida now being open, Auburn potentially being open.
He'd be a prime fit at Auburn.
Exactly. Or for him to say in some world, somebody takes Lane Kiffin from Ole Miss, which Ole Miss is prepared to give Lane Kiffin a Signetti raise to $11-12 million. So, or we're expecting $11 to $12 million. Lane's currently at 9. I was thinking you're going to be in the ballpark of 10.5 to 11.5. So say somebody does that and Ole Miss opens up. John Summerall has coached there previously as a assistant coach or coordinator or whatever. So I could see him going that route if Ole Miss opens back up. Outside of Summerall, I'm going to go, and this name has been thrown out a lot too, but Alex Golish at USF. He has taken teams that, were terrible, and he, builds them up. He develops his players. He develops his team. His wife, I believe, is from Greenwood. I think that's what was said. So there's those ties there. And then, yes, I'm throwing out the connection too that his offensive coordinator is from Fort Smith, yes, he played at Auburn. He was their quarterback pre-Cam Newton, and then transferred to moved to wide receiver. But Cody Burns is their offensive coordinator. He was under the Gus Malzahn tree for a bit, Arkansas State, Auburn, and then I believe he went to Tennessee as their wide receivers coach. He was at the New Orleans Saints as their wide receivers coach. He's been at a few other places, but now he's at USF with Golish. Does Cody have any ties to the University of Arkansas? No, he does not. He's just from Arkansas. You know, he wasn't recruited to Arkansas because they were all in on Mitch Mustain at that point in time. Yeah. So it worked out for him. He went to Auburn, is what it is. But do I think Alex Golish would bring him with him? I don't know. I kind of would hope so. I've known Cody for a long time, so I think that would be cool to see him here. Outside of that, because I've been on the kick of not wanting a coordinator, not wanting somebody with no head coaching experience. But in this aspect, I'm looking at Glenn Schumann at Georgia, that I would like, bring in a defensive coach and then try to get a home run offensive coordinator. And I know there's a lot of folks that are saying do the same, keep Bobby Petrino and go hire a top dog defensive coordinator. I just go back to this whole cycle. We've had Bobby Petrino here before. He didn't have a home run hire at defensive coordinator back then. Why would he now? Right. So that's my whole, like we've talked about with the circle and the block of coaches and whatnot. I'm not about it. I know some folks, hey, I'm surprised we haven't seen Jeff Traylor's name be thrown out there. Again, I don't want to run through. I'm honestly surprised after yesterday. I don't see people calling for Alex Mortensen to get this job after UAB winning yesterday.
Yeah, I did see that. I did see that he was the guy. Where is Barry Leonard Jr.? He was at Illinois, I know, and under,
is he still there?
Under Bielema.
I think he's still there. No, he went to
Clemson.
No, yeah, he's offensive coordinator at Illinois. Or do folks want to, hey, what's his face? Dow Loggins now has some head coaching experience at App State. I mean, but this is what a lot of folks do. And, there's do we want to get into how we think this will play out with Bobby Petrino? Do we want to throw out scenarios? Because I know there are a lot of folks that want Bobby Petrino. I know there are a lot of arguments via comment sections over Bobby Petrino, but I don't know if we want to get into it.
Don't. I don't. At Hart, if you want to get into it, that's fine. At this point, it just seems like we settling. Go ahead.
He's got to win. He's got to win to even be considered, and even at that point, it's pretty much he's a backup option.
Here's the
backup option.
Yeah, quick rundown in a minute or less. Actually, not because we know I can't. Yeah, anyway, so 2 different scenarios. They reel off 3 out of the next 5 or 4 out of the next 5 for him to be a serious candidate for this. Okay, so say that happens. He's a serious candidate, and you'll pay him, we'll just say $7.5 to $8 million. So you're still getting a discount compared to what you could be paying elsewhere. Okay, so serious candidate mode, $7.5 mil. You swing for the fences with other coaches and you don't get them. You even go after some of the mid-majors, you don't get them, maybe because of whatever other jobs are opening up or they just don't want to. So then Bobby Petrino is your fallback if you don't win 3 or 4 out of these next 5 games. So say they don't win any, or say they only win 1 or 2. If you've swung and missed on your others ahead of him and your back's against the wall, I think the job falls to him because he's here. He's your safety net. At that point, I think you're paying him $6.5 million. You're paying him slightly above Sam Pittman, but you're not going to give him the full amount of what he would be if he was your top actual candidate. So it's one of those Arkansas still going for the discount. Meantime, we still need a new athletic director. I'm still standing firm on that.
I will say, Oh yeah. For Bobby Petrino, his last 45 games, he's 20-25 as a head coach.
I don't give a shit. Like I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I, we need a whole new overhaul. You ever work somewhere and you recognize that, hey, because God has blessed you with great leadership skills, that you see the potential of what this company could be. But then you got these people who've been around here for years and need to retire, and they have this old ideology and this old mindset of, hey, I went through this when I came through, so you need to go through the same thing, as opposed to you coming in with new innovative ideas that work because you understand the business. You need a whole overhaul. At some point, you recognize a company could flourish if the leadership changed from the top down, which is the athletic director, which immediately goes down to the head coach. That needs to happen at Arkansas. We are the schools we used to talk about. We are the Mississippi State. We are the Vanderbilt that we used to schedule for homecoming. We're here now. We call other schools the doormat. We are there now. At this point, we need a whole overhaul. Something has to change. We cannot continue to do the same old, and expect a different result. So, like I said, at this point, Bob Petrino is your fallback guy. If you end up with Bob Petrino, to me, it feels like we just settled and we didn't even try. It feels like, because you tell me every excuse in the book of why said coach didn't come. And I made a comment in the group that said, y'all better hope these major universities don't fire their head coaches. Because if they do, that means whoever you think is coming to Arkansas is definitely going to look at those schools before look at Arkansas. You're going to look at Auburn, Florida State, Penn State, Florida, Ole Miss potentially as a better opportunity. You got recruiting in your backyard. You have prestige. You got boosters already and donors already contributing to the university. They just need somebody with the right leadership. We got to do all this from scratch again. So like, we're better than Virginia Tech than UCLA, but at the same time,
the thing that Virginia Tech's doing though is part of their pitch to these coaches is talking about, hey, this is what renovations we're going to do. This is the money that we're going to put into the program. This is that. You ain't hearing any of that here.
And think about it.
You're hoping that Bobby Petrino works out and that everybody's going to be content with it.
But we keep doing the same thing. And it's
all these folks that are like, hey, just hire a defensive coordinator because he can do this, that, and the other. What has shown you that he's going to hire an elite defensive coordinator?
Yeah,
I just got a text from RMS. I want to shout out RMS in the Dixon Discord. He gave me a good name that we haven't brought up. PJ Fleck.
I thought that ship has sailed.
I'm just curious. That's another one.
Where's he?
He's doing a lot with him. I think he's doing Minnesota, isn't he?
Minnesota?
Is he Minnesota?
Yeah, I mean,
he's 61-43. There is or his overall record is that.
Gotcha.
From what I was reading, just skimming through his text message.
Gotcha. Because we don't need to play in Arkansas, and you got to think about we're going to 9 games.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to 9 SEC conference.
You needed this season to go well to put you in a position going into a 9-game SEC slate.
Correct. This is a hell of a job for anybody who takes it. It's a hell of a job. It's an uphill battle. You can't be out here giving away barbecue plates and think you're gonna get elite offensive linemen. That shit is not gonna fly. You got to figure something out. I seen Kane Arthur dad sold somebody a truck.
Kobe Branham.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Speaking of that, I'm glad
Raptor.
Yeah. Is anybody mad if we go get Scott Frost just so we can retain Kane Arthur? Because Kane Arthur's committed to UCF. Anybody mad about that? I'm all in on Kane Arthur. I've been saying this since he was in the 9th grade. And I feel like even though he doesn't fit, this is the guy that I think we're going to end up being like, damn, that's the one that got away that we probably should have got. That's just my 2 cents on him. I just think his IQ is through the roof. His athleticism is up there. But hey, we'll see.
Will he get a documentary like Mitch Mustang
This
did.
Mustang, it's possible. It's possible. I just think he's gonna be that guy. Plays in the Sandman all the time, and the players come out, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, we don't have
Virginia Tech
any.
has Inner Sandman. South Carolina has Sandstorm. You have Wisconsin with the jump around stuff. I mean, you have all these traditions. So
I want Tuss to run on the field. I want Tuss to run on the field just like I see the Buffalo in Colorado, like I see the Boomer Sooner. Yeah, I want to see Tuss run on the field and tear up the turf real quick. I want to see that. I want to see people throwing grapes at them. All that. We need a tunnel. We need smoke. We need fire. With the Tuss nose with fire. We need something because this running through the A shit is cool, but we just need to up the ante as far as because it's entertainment value at this point, and we don't have it. That's all I'm saying. Y'all still want the band to play, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
I get it. All right, moving on. We were running long. It's an hour and 5. Last little bit of information you got about this particular game that just got played and going into the next game. We got Auburn.
Auburn.
Got Auburn.
I mean, you put up the most points on Texas A&M that they've had put on them this season.
And then you hold on. So boom. So that part on offense. On defense, the week before, you held Tennessee to the least amount of points that's been scored all year.
But we're not about moral victories around here.
And we're not. My question to you is, do we put it all together from what we learned against Tennessee, what we learned against Texas A&M, and just put it on Auburn's ass and then get Hugh Freeze fired? Is that what happens this week?
Wait, I think I have something for that, actually. Shameless plug. Or our hog's gonna hog.
Gotcha. $16 for the shirt. What's the website again? So they know.
I'll put it up here somewhere.
Why not keep Bob Petrino? Why not keep George Bush as the president? Like, I mean, shit. Why do we keep doing this? Why do we keep doing this to ourselves? I don't know.
They're comfortable.
That's what it is. Nobody wants to get outside the comfort zone. I don't know.
100%. They know it. They're comfortable with it. It's one of those that I'm not living in 2010.
Right.
And I'm tired of paying coaches a retirement check. So we'd get them for 3 to 4 years. And yeah, you still run the risk of if you hire an Alex Golish or John Summerall or hell, anybody at this point, you're looking at 3 to 4 years. If it doesn't work out, you're firing it. Like I get it. But at the same time, it's one of those things that I'm not all for. I just think we need from top to bottom a new regime. We need new faces in here.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm glad, Rod, you brought this up and some other people brought it up. Okay, so let's just I gotta make it realistic. Let's just talk about we go to work 9 to 5 type shit, right? So
8 to 5.
8 to 5. I forgot.
Real world.
Why are you like this? Anyway, my question is this. If you're here as the interim coach and you said out public that you have interest in being a head coach, if they go another direction and find a head coach, are you really willing to sit there and just be the offense coordinator again after you've been the interim?
Your pride is shot at that point.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I won't work. So I get what everybody's saying. I'm like, it's no way he's going to stay here and just be on staff and be like, well, I mean, I tried to get it, but I mean, you know.
He'll end up at another SEC school and drop 50 on Arkansas.
There you go. And he'll call plays. We looking like, why you didn't call that shit when you was at Arkansas? Yeah.
And honestly, like, look at like what Texas A&M has done. You went and got a defensive coach in Mike Elko. You got Colin Klein as your offensive coordinator. And I know there's been at times this season that, it was, hey, if you can put 31 on Texas A&M, you'll beat them.
Right.
But, their offense is growing. It's one of those things. They're doing it how I think Arkansas needs to do it, in a sense of go hire a defensive coach as your head coach and then try to get a top offensive coordinator. I wouldn't be mad at Byron Leftwich.
I won't be mad because let's be real. He got blackballed or shafted in the NFL.
100%.
Yeah, he should have been somebody's head coach at some point. Ty, I'm not mad at that time.
But they just lost to UAB. That's what we do around here. They just lost to Alex Mortensen.
Right. So yeah.
And props to Alex Mortensen.
Yeah. Hey man, dropped the bread on NIL. You're recouping your investment because of success you've had. The question is, Rod, do you know what type of oil money is going on being thrown around the SMU?
Last year alone, SMU raised $151 million.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, our athletic director is asking everyday working folks in the state of Arkansas to donate money. If we did $100 a month for everybody in the state, that's what he's talking about. So it's a different type of cash shape. We're talking dollars and cents here. Who is this? Will, who is this? Yeah, look, I don't know who that is. You about to inform me.
He is the defensive coordinator and linebackers coach at Oregon. I think their offensive coordinator is going to be up for some top jobs, Oregon's.
Will, you might be up to something right there. You might be up to something. I want to get Scott comment. I know we're running along. So you take Alex Goles or Bob Petrino? Yes or no?
Right now, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
If the fans had the option to vote between these two candidates, which they don't, who do you think they would pick? Bob Petrino, because they're familiar with him. If you hire a coordinator over Petrino, you lose his fan base. It's already lost.
There's people are gonna find complaints. Either way, you pick Bobby Petrino, you're gonna have fans that don't like it. You don't pick Bobby Petrino, you're gonna have fans that don't like it.
Yeah,
it's
Pittman got fired.
I mean, it's one of those things that not everybody's going to be happy, and there's enough on paper about Bobby Petrino, like coaching wise, that outside of 2010 and getting to the Sugar Bowl and your Heisman quarterback at Louisville, it's one of those, like, what are we hanging on? Are we hanging on nostalgia, or do we truly think that he'll return? I just don't understand, like, where we're going. Like, where's the litmus test with this? Because after Louisville, it was what? Western Kentucky and Missouri State?
Mm-hmm. And he was 2-8 his last year at Louisville.
But when he was at Arkansas, you remember Ryan Mallett threw Kobe Hamilton right before halftime at LSU? We should just be able to do it again.
He didn't win 10 games at Louisville, did he?
In 2010, I weighed over 300 pounds. And look, it's one of those things that shit changes.
Right. Georgia Tech coach. I like Georgia Tech coach. I watch him. He down the street today. Peter Flag will be a business decision. Yeah, Lindsay, man. Yeah. Todd. Yeah, he don't know that. All right, is there anything that we're missing as I'm going through these comments? I'll make sure I get all the comments.
I don't know. I see that there's like 46 new comments since the last time I looked, so I'm just like afraid to even.
We'll go pull it. Yeah, chances are.
Honestly, if I was to bet, I would bet on Bobby Petrino just because of how Arkansas does things.
Ty, great comment, because we got apples in the stands, so that makes sense to give it to us.
Oh, we're not talking about like major Applewhite?
No. I don't even know why I responded to you. I don't. I really don't. Y'all see where I'm from the bathroom? Looking like my homes. Yeah. Okay, they talking to each other. Hold on. I got to get Justin. I got you. Our premium supply kicker show up promo code field goal. Never win games without that.
Who I would get would be
LeBron James. He can do it all. What? You eating cheese dip and brisket? What the fuck? What are y'all talking about?
I don't. Are they just? They're having whole ass.
Okay, y'all going back and forth with each other. Okay, awesome. Y'all hit the like button since y'all commenting and talking to each other. We appreciate y'all for tapping in. Yeah, Bobby's taking stand never work. Look at this shit. Yeah.
There's more proof in that than anything else.
A quarterback second year in his system. Yes.
Well,
Second time around.
Not so much.
Gotcha. All right. We getting ready to get out of here. We got Auburn next week. I think we put it together. I think this is a game you should be proud of. I've liked the effort the last 2 games, but we don't do more victories here. It's 2 L's. Different coach, same result, losses. He's running out of time. The games he got to compile in order to even be a legitimate candidate for the job. So hopefully he does that for the fan base who wants him to stay. If he doesn't win the games, there's nothing he can do about it. They gave him opportunity to do what he got to do. Other than that, we'll have to see what happens. Wait a minute. Dana Holgerson, where the hell is he at?
Hey, I'm gonna throw this out there.
Go ahead, do it.
Since we like to run things back and the fans want Bobby Petrino and all this stuff. So that's the case. Y'all don't get mad. And then after Coach Cal is retired from the University of Arkansas, Arkansas runs it back with Stan Heath.
What about Pelfrey?
No.
Anderson?
Hell no.
I'll take him over Heath.
Totally not being serious right now, but since we like to run things back with people, I mean, we might as well bring Stan Heath back.
Yeah. Just put Broyles, Grave in the parking lot and hope that it brings us good luck. That's the last time we've been great. I don't know what y'all want to do. Sprinkle his ashes on the field. I don't know what you want us to do. We are spin the block university. Dude said, boy, you hell for that. You hell for that. No, damn well. Okay, Dana said West Virginia. Ain't they about to fire his ass too? They ain't looking good. Either way it go, we getting ready to get up out of here, man. Thank y'all for hitting the like button and everybody for tapping in. It's a lot of people watching right now. We about to get out here because we're running too long. We appreciate everyone for watching the show. Make sure to hit that YouTube, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified when we go live. Other than that, we appreciate you. All the new people who've been on here tonight, we definitely appreciate you. Tell a friend, go share this, watch it again, hit the like button, leave a comment, all that, because it helps the algorithm, helps the page grow. It is what it is. Hart, Adam, DP, we out of here. Catch y'all in the next one. Outro music.